Adiato. You should watch it on my TV, man. You should watch it on my TV. I gotta what's it called? Adapter. Yeah. This dude finna blitz me.
I want to see this shit without a notification call from some Look, dude.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you, bro.
The 35.
Yeah, that's how the fuck out of here. Damn.
He said what?
You not you. I need something, bro.
Why can't you just sip on it?
I'm gonna throw up that shit. I can't. That shit there.
That is like the worst sip ever.
That's how you're supposed to drink these. No.
Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. He couldn't get rid of it. He ends up losing a yard. It's second down. Second and 11.
Oh my god.
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he stopped
I think when they look at their
some juice.
they think to themselves,
So you sip it? Then what you do?
Like, show him. Wait, show him how you do. Show him how you do.
They want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Good. What? Buy my drink.
He said, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Second round pick. This is Joe Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Yeah, put a finger up, man.
Play, and it'll be second down.
Do it again. Like, show him so you can really see.
Shit is like nasty, bro. Like.
No, you're not drinking shit.
Because I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Let's do this. You said you have to write this up.
Midfield now, Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so...
You a sniper, you nigga, you do no stepping.
35?
斉藤は5年間35番の専属だったがスピーカー越しに毎日話しかけてますし私の言うことなら聞いてくれると思います私のことお母さんって呼んでくれるんですよ
When they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Andre Cisco there on the stop. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Burrow looking to pass. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Play action. It's Burrow. Here's a diving catch right side. And brought down the ball before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, he'll have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field strengths has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Burrow will throw. And he's got his man on the out route. 5 yards that time on the completion. Now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. With touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it 7-0. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20, about the 22. On play action, Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. It's Powers. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. He'll drop that underneath ETN. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of the game.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now.
Or you can do the kind of whatever. It's a baby because we let her
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. He'll get this up to the 34 and a good lane opening up right away.
Yeah,
After one,
you see like the top of our legs. And then that whenever it felt bad.
Now Etienne. He sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly.
You whisper that shit. Why you whisper it?
What?
Oh my god, you're not judging me the way it's talking or anything, but...
You have a headache?
Yeah. So now...
Meanwhile, Lawrence is thrown there, taken in by Dorsett.
So she has like fake arm, she has fake arm legs and
It's
put them on like let her go.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And he will have the first before he's brought down around the chalk of the 20.
But she has like an on and off switch, so her demon comes out. And she gets really confused because she acts...
On 1st down, right back to ETN. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down, a run with ETN. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll run with ETN. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
You know, it was tough for them to stand on the sidelines, watch the other team take it downfield and score, wasn't it? So they knew when they get on the field, it's on them. Pick up first downs, get downfield and score. How about them picking up that 3rd and short?
I was just going to say, you and I were talking before the game, those 3rd down conversions are going to be huge in this one. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
ETN. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going to play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run. And
I'm in the 2nd quarter, man.
They get so many times.
I'm 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Why you skip it? Go back.
No, because they're just, it's not like that wrong. There's no context to these parts.
Stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal.
¿Te prende esa madre qué, hermano?
Huh?
¿Te prende esa madre qué?
What? Oh, no.
Why you skipping it?
It's like, it's like being like, damn, we have to go outside. What the hell?
With touchdown number 23 on the year.
I want to go back so you can see
No,
it.
I was like, it was weird.
You want to see
weird.
it? We're going to go back so you can see
No, I
it.
want to see it.
Because that's what they see?
No, what the fuck?
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh, they got juice in the, what you call it? The venom machine. That was good. I caught that. Hope, man. I'm gonna get drunk.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there, of course, there's a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you talk about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these 2 teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
What the fucking thing at?
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL.
No doubt about it.
You're stuck with me in this booth. Yeah, he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And he'll be down at the 46.
That's good.
They go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Oh, they're hentai, man.
The Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack.
What is all that, huh?
Looking to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jags are going to have the short field here. They'll take over at the 50. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys have already clinched the playoff spot. They know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football. Because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
7 yards to pick up there. Working on a 2nd and 3. Here's Lawrence to throw. There's another one complete to Chenault. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence.
How the fuck you don't pick that shit off, bro? Fuck ass game, homie.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then
fuck ass game, bro. That shit got me mad. The hell.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. He'll get this off to ETN. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash. And this one just a chipping. The kick by Carlson is good. And that will do it for this 1st half. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan. Halftime report.
I don't know how y'all watch that shit, bro.
Like, she has the actual fucking... She can still look at the thing,
Hell yeah. Who?
That girl right there that got the bag?
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
I need a tracer, bro. I'm gonna catch you up. I got you with the out.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
This nigga's not even good, bro.
And he's brought down after a very nice game.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield after one play? It appears that the answer is yes.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd.
Hey, I'll be watching.
Here's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Lawrence.
How did not a pick, bro?
And CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because
Sending pressure out of this bitch.
And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting
Pick, bro. Oh my fucking god, bro. Right there, nigga, not for the ball, bro. Right there, bro.
I still get a kick out of watching
Right there, bro.
do the pass trick in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of situation.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Bravo.
On first down, Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with ETN. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield.
Yeah, tell me now. Do you want to break me? Do you want to make me?
And they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On the counter, ETN. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals.
I hate that fucking game on my mama, man.
5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. ETN once more. And
that nigga play so boring, bro. Like, nigga.
Yeah.
There's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Did you say or something? Oh, yeah. That's your, oh, yeah, so it's that. What is it, 10-1?
Now Lawrence. This is Chenault.
Tackle, bitch.
And they'll get him down after a
This shit crazy, bro. Like, they're not even tackling, bro. Like,
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough
ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Running out of the gun with ETN.
nigga play like a bitch, bro. This nigga so. On the same play the whole game.
24 on the year. And the Jaguars
Who the bitch?
kick off of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Phillips now from the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to
touchdown Jaguars. Laviska Shenault with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jags are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now Burrow on first down. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. First down. Here's Burrow. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11 MT, tight. 11 MT, tight. Mike 4. Yeah. 11 Thomas.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow eluded. And a big loss here as he's taken down. K'Lavon Chaisson in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Here's a give to Etienne. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
105 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Yeah, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. From the 29, Burrow. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And his throw here's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now, defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Burrow. And he comes back with one complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now it's Burrow. Touchdown! It's complete. Joe Mixon, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Here's Burrow. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Bengals are right back in this football game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. A handoff for Etienne. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Lawrence will throw. On the slant, this is Chark. And they work this out past the 25.
Well, they were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Complete to Dorsett. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 7 yards the pickup there. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for the Bengals TD. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they'll line up for the onside kick. 18 seconds to go. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they'll run here with Etienne. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Here's Lawrence to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Jacksonville, they run their record to 13-3 now on the year.
Shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys, got the mask up. Lectures from the devil, got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on rap a lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more.